What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on uh, the playoffs, upcoming playoffs, and more specifically the Lakers, right? And like, what are the Lakers' chances of making it through the Western Conference and making it to the championship? And will Luka be able to save LeBron's legacy? Because I think, in my opinion, LeBron James he desperately needs to win another championship, right? Right now, LeBron James is tied with Steph Curry for 4 championships during this era, and so they neck and neck. And Steph Curry team is looking good. The Golden State Warriors are looking good. And so in order for LeBron James to win another championship, LeBron James is going to have to rely heavily on Luka. And so he's going to need Luka to do some things that Luka has not really been known for in his career. Like, on the offensive end, Luka run your offense. Luka can set other ball players up to score, set his teammates up for scoring. But the Lakers are weak on defense. And so playoff basketball, defense wins. And so with the Lakers not being strong on defense, it's going to be tough for them to make it through that Western Conference, especially when you have teams that are pretty good. OKC are good. They're good on defense. You know what I mean? They're young guys. They fast. They're very athletic, and they have length. Same thing with Houston. Houston's young, fast, athletic, and they got length. And you got the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets always seem to give LeBron James and the Lakers, some problems anyway. So that's gonna be tough if they got to go through there. So it would help if LeBron James, you know what I mean, if they could like match them, go back and forth on defense, but the Lakers do not have like a rim protector. I think the Lakers, when they got rid of Anthony Davis, they got rid of their best defender, their best rebounder in Anthony Davis. And so they traded that for Luka, who is a much better, in my opinion, a much better off at the offensive end than Anthony Davis. Excuse me. But you still need that defense, right? And so when you compare the Lakers to the Clippers, like, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers have really been playing tough lately. And again, you got a guy in Kawhi Leonard who is more than just a solid defender. Kawhi Leonard is a very good defender, a very good two-way ball player. You know what I mean? Even though, like, he's not as fast, as he used to be, but he's pretty perceptive. And he used those long arms and those big hands, and he get in the lane and he just pick off passes, and he can block shots and stuff like that. So Kawhi Leonard is a very good defender. So they're going to be tough. And you got Golden State. Golden State, they have a good defensive team. You got Draymond Green, very good defender, tough guy, hard-nosed basketball player. Uh, then you're gonna add Jimmy Butler to that. He's a tough defender. And they have some other guys too. Gary Payton Jr., he's a pretty good defender. Looney, so they got some. Golden State has some defenders and a rim protector. So so they're gonna be tough. So when you think about Luka, like I said, Luka, all of these teams, I think Luka is probably better than all of these teams, like at the offensive end. Luka, like, I don't think nobody none of these teams, I know for a fact, none of these teams in the West have like an answer for Luka, right? At the offensive end. But can you every night, like, can you outscore everybody every night? So that's what the Lakers are up against. They're going to have to either outscore everybody every night, or they're going to have Luka play defense. Like, which one is I don't think either one of those is likely. You know, they might have one game or two games in a series where they just, go bucket for bucket and just, they win that kind of matchup. But I think with Luka still being out of shape at this part, even in this deep into the season, Luka is out of shape. So that's another thing that's going to play into. You can't ask Luka to play defense now, this deep into the season, when number one, he hasn't played defense all season long. Number two, Luka is still out of shape. They getting ready to go into the playoffs, and they're still saying that Luka is not in. He's not in condition, like what the condition that he needs to be in for the to be able to play tough at both ends. Luka, like I said, at the offensive end, Luka gonna give you everything you need, everything you want at that end. But that's where all most of his energy is going to be expended at that offensive end. So he really not, by him being out of shape, he really not gonna have too much in that tank at the other end. That's where Luka just want to on the defensive end, Luka just want to relax. Same thing with LeBron. Like at the defensive end, LeBron gonna take some plays off. And they can't, if LeBron won another ring, he can't afford to take no rings off. So, in my opinion, Ebony and Ivory gonna have to come together and do some things during this playoff stretch that they didn't really do throughout this season, man. And I know that Luka and LeBron only been together for a couple months, but before the Lakers really wasn't really all that tough on defense before Luka got there. They was kind of like sporadic. Like they have a few good games where they play some tough defense and they look like but for the most part, the Lakers, not really a good defensive team, even before Luka got there. And so with Luka coming in there, he playing that matador defense, it'll be tough. It's gonna be tough for him to save LeBron James' legacy. And LeBron James' legacy definitely, some people say, well, his legacy don't need to be saved. When you have Steph Curry and that, who is tied with championship rings with you, and if Steph Curry go and get another ring, that that can't happen. For LeBron, for the sake of LeBron James's legacy, Steph Curry cannot. And I know LeBron James is watching closely what's going on over in Golden State, and he's hoping that his buddy Luka can bail him out of this situation, man. Because if that's their only chance, Luka is going to have to lead them in order for the Lakers to get a championship. Um, and LeBron James' legacy depends on it. Because, like I said, if once Steph Curry get this ring, if he get this ring this year, it's over with for LeBron. It is over with, and so they're dependent on Luka to all of a sudden become a defensive ball player. Um, a guy who's never played defense, a guy who is out of shape. To all of a sudden just turn it on for this stretch run in the playoffs. He didn't do it last year when they was in the finals. Against Boston. So yeah, he's gonna try to do it this year though for LeBron James, the same LeBron James legacy. He want to, a lot of, a few other people who have saved LeBron James' legacy, like Kyrie Irving when he hit that big shot in Cleveland against Golden State, that helped LeBron James' legacy. Going with Jesus Shuttlesworth. What's Jesus Shuttlesworth real name? When they played in Miami. Now all of a sudden I'm forgetting Ray Allen. Almost forgot Ray Allen's name, but Ray Allen, when he hit that big shot down in Miami, if Ray Allen don't hit that shot, down in Miami, I think that was against the Spurs. But either way, or was it Dallas? I don't know. But Ray Allen hit that big shot though for LeBron James and them to win that series down in Miami. If he don't hit that, LeBron James, his legacy look a whole lot different if it wasn't for Ray Allen. So just like LeBron James has gotten help in the past to save his legacy, he's really going to need some help this year from Luka. Luka going to have to play out his mind at the defensive end because you got older teams that play defense. You got the younger teams who are athletic and they play defense. It's going to be hard to come out that West if you don't play no defense. It's just going to be hard, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Ebony and Ivory, like what kind of magic they can make with without playing defense over there. I gotta see this. This going to be like the first time somebody come out of the league, out of their conference without playing defense. You got three. Austin Rivers, not a good defensive player. Then you got LeBron James, who refused to play defense. He plays spotty defense. He'll block your shot from the back. Like he good at like that. What is it? Weak side help. He's good at the weak side help. And Ivory, he refused to play defense. So it's gonna be crazy, man. It's definitely gonna be crazy watching these guys try to get through the playoffs without playing defense. And then everybody else in these playoffs just got good defensive players, great defensive players. Denver, OKC, the Clippers, Golden State, Houston, everybody, man, just got, so we'll see. We'll see if Ebony and Ivory can pull it out as far as, turning it up at the defensive end. So yeah, that's my take. Let me know. Do y'all think though? Let me know. Do you think that Luka will be able to save LeBron's legacy? They have to at least get Steph Curry and them out of there. They cannot allow Steph Curry to have the opportunity to win a fifth ring. Can't do that. He can't do it, man, because that just would be a disaster for LeBron James. But yeah, let me know. Do y'all think Luka can do it? Is Luka up for this task of saving LeBron James' legacy? And so, with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out on the next episode. Peace.